Anglers, welcome back. I'm your host Kurt Smits. We're going to be talking about Cedar Creek Lake in Stanford, Kentucky this week. This is an amazing little lake. It's one of Kentucky's newest lakes, first conceived in 1989, filled up in the early 2000s. It's 784 acres. The watershed itself is roughly 14,000 acres. It's got a 300-foot berm around the lake where they don't want anyone to build anything. So you can't build houses near the lake. You can't have farmland near the lake. This really helps the water quality with the lake and makes sure that it's going to stay that way by having that 300-foot berm around this lake. This lake was designed to be a trophy bass lake. This is one of Kentucky's, in my opinion, Kentucky's best lakes. It's easy to access for kayakers. There's 3 boat ramps, and they're spread out around the lake. It's not too big of a lake that you can't get around it by a kayak. It's very easy to get around by a kayak. And it being the trophy bass lake, it's been regulated so people can't take the bass out of the lake. You can only keep one bass over 20 inches in your boat. So by having these regulations there, this has really helped make this lake even better by keeping the big bass in the lake. And when they designed this lake in the late 80s and early 90s, they decided to leave all the trees and all the brush, except for cutting some boat lanes in there. They brought in piles of rock, sand, gravel to help make some spawning areas and make some other structure there. They also put a bunch of buckets filled with concrete and had sticks put in them. They brought in trees and staked them down in the bald areas before they flooded the lake. So this lake has just got more structure than most lakes out there. I mean, one of the hardest things is breaking down all the structure because there's just so much of it. And the boat ramps have been ideally placed. You know, there's one down by the dam, there's one in the middle of the lake, and there's one up by the creeks. So to take your pick of your poison where you want to start at. I personally start in the middle, and that gives me the options of going anywhere I want to go. This lake is easy to get around if you have a motor, or if you don't have a motor, just pick your ramp wisely and you'll be good. This is one of my favorite lakes to go to because of all the regulations and how they built this lake. It is just such a good fishing lake. I mean, if you just spend some time breaking it down, you will catch fish. It may not be easy. It's not always easy fishing there. It is a high-pressure lake. There are a lot of people do fish it on the weekends, but it is just really a gem of a lake to go to. Not only for the fishing, it's just a really pretty lake. I find the beauty of the lake, as you can see from the video, is really amazing. Well, anglers, thank you for stopping by and checking out another kayak-friendly waters. I'm your host, Kurt Smits. Man, please hit that like button, that subscribe button, hit the bell, and I will see you all out in the water.